Now this game, man, ah, man. Okay, well, let's get over the stats and all that. Damian Lillard literally led like this whole game with 39 points. CJ McCollum, I don't know. In the second half, he didn't really get that much touches with the ball. First quarter, he did decent. Cantor, dealing with a dislocated shoulder, had 26 points. So you gotta give. I'm giving props to Cantor. I'm giving him some props. Um, well, Aminu and Harkless really didn't do anything, especially you, Aminu. I mean, like, you're supposed to be their best defender, but yet you can't guard Paul Millsap. Harkless had too many foul problems, which I questioned many times. Why did Stotts not put in Hood when Hood was clearly doing great? Turner really just got all his rebounds and assists. He only shot for once. Collins, there were some moments for Collins, but not great moments. Curry did not even show up in this game. And hopefully CJ in the next game can have a bounce back. Nikola Jokic was just outstanding. Good center. Maybe arguably, maybe best center. It's a debate between these five centers, in my opinion. DeMarcus Cousins when healthy. Jokic, Towns, Embiid, and yeah. So I can't remember who else I was gonna say on the other center position. So that's right now. Yeah, whatever. Still, he's top five center. He's top five center. No question about what he can be. He's basically a point guard at center position. Harris did decent enough to hurt Portland. Murray, the 22-year-old stud. I'm telling you, that man's special. He's going to be special. Millsap killed Portland every single time. He finds a way to kill Portland. Millsap to Portland. I mean, yeah. There's no way Millsap's going to leave Denver. There's no way. Denver's bench really outplayed Portland. Plumlee did pretty well. He played good defense. He was defensive player of the game with 5 steals, 1 block. I mean, just good. He's a good defender, even though I really don't miss him. Field goal percentage was the same. 3-pointers is what really killed Portland. Free throw percentage was 74%. And we made too many turnovers. They had more assists. We out-rebounded them. But overall, Denver played better defense. So what did I personally thought? I mean, personally, to me, these refs were just just away. But this was against the best home court team in the regular season. Denver, and if you count the playoffs, Denver has only a total of 8 home losses. Literally one less home loss from Portland. But I'm looking at this game thinking, like, what can Portland do? Now, some people have favored Portland. From ESPN, Charles Barkley. But do I really expect Portland to win the series? I remember in the beginning of my second round predictions video, I'm saying if we played the Spurs, they're going to win in 7. But if we played the Denver Nuggets, we're going to lose in 5. Now, do I think things can change? Well, the only way that things can change is if Portland can steal a game at Denver in this next game coming up. And you got Portland will have to win their next 2 home games if they would want to have a good advantage. You're looking at the situation for Portland right now of Denver playing well enough defense, Portland not having enough support. Guys like Aminu and Harkless did not show up today. Especially Harkless, in my opinion. He has to play better offensively and defensively. Aminu may have gotten a lot of rebounds, but he's still not the proper power forward that Portland really needs. Enes Kanter, even though many people bring up he did terrible defense, what can you expect from a guy dealing with a dislocated shoulder? He even said he is willing to play. And that's what I like about Kanter, and I hope he stays with Portland next season because I have no idea where else he wants to go unless it's Denver, and Denver would have to move on with Paul Millsap or Mason Plumlee. But I'm looking at this series right now. It may look bad so far. It does look bad for Portland. But they still don't have an answer for Damian, but Portland is not having an answer for Millsap, Murray, or Jokic. And that's the problem. When you're playing with a team like Denver, with young talent, that can go fast. And that's what I thought. They outspeed Portland. They outshot Portland, in my opinion. They just outperformed the Blazers because of their young youth and their talent. I mean, I do not have a hatred towards Denver. I respect Denver and its players, well, except for Mason Plumlee. That's the only guy I really don't really like because he can be a dirty player sometimes. But overall, in this series, it's about the Spurs game, the Spurs series, experience versus the non-experience. And that's the thing. Let's say Denver wins this series, and they play Golden State. I don't know really if Denver does have a shot against Golden State. Neither does Portland. I'm not saying Portland's got a better shot, even though I think in this final teams right now, Houston's still the better team to do it. But Denver just gave it to them. They just gave it to Portland. Now, am I frustrated? I wouldn't say gigantically frustrated because it is hard to go against a team with literally 8 losses this whole season. And by 8 losses, 8 home losses if you count the postseason with it. So really, it will be hard. And Portland is not a road team. They're not. If they had one more star, then yeah. Then I would have gotten Portland a shot. If even with Houston Nurkic healthy, oh, absolutely. But the thing is, there is no Houston Nurkic, and they don't have another star. Is the series really over? Well, you just gotta make sure, Portland, you try to steal a game in Game 2. If you steal a game in Game 2, then it's somewhat is, unless you win your next 2 home games. And then the series is tied 2-2. Then you somewhat still have a shot to take the series. But overall, this was a frustrating game for tonight. I don't know what happened to CJ after that first quarter. He did not shoot the ball enough. He didn't even get enough touches until the fourth quarter, where I think he only scored 5 or 3. But still, though, Denver just outscored Portland, outplayed them in every phase. Now, the one thing, though, I think people should be talking about, even with Kanter having that dislocated shoulder, I think we should be talking about the scoring attacks between Kanter and Jokic. That's the one thing I'm interested in this series to see how well they did. And Kanter, like I said, you gotta give props to Kanter dealing with a dislocated shoulder and scoring 24? Let's look back real quick. No, 26. So you gotta give props to Kanter. Give him some props. Give him a clap for crying out loud. Give him that guy a clap. Just give him a clap. But Rodney Hood also, I don't know what Stotts will do in the lineup, and I'm going to be quite honest with you. If I'm Stotts for coming up in this next game, Harkless is now having foul problems. Now it's just one game, but I still think Hood should start because the playoff experience that he has over Harkless and who's the better shooter. That's the one thing you don't know for that position still. So really, overall, disappointing game 1. Not a lot of people, we're not even favorite. So the only way how this series can really become a good series is if Portland can play better defense in game 2. Will they stop Millsap, in my opinion? Hard to say. It's really hard. I mean, this is the second round. And really, going against a number 2 seed, it's not that easy. Last time a 3 seed in the Western Conference beat a number 2 seed, we gotta go back to the Oklahoma City Thunder versus San Antonio Spurs when the Warriors went 73-9. So isn't it like I think like three or 4 years? You gotta remind me when that series was. But ever since then, the number 3 seed has not beaten the number 2 seed. So, well, game 1 does belong with the Nuggets. Will game 2 change? In my opinion, no. I personally think Denver will win game 3, and Portland will not win game 3. Game 2, and Portland will win game 3, and we'll see what happens right there. But really, CJ will have to step it up. Harkless and Aminu will have to too. Hood has got to play that same energy like he did. But guys like Turner and Seth, they have to show up. They got to show up. So really disappointing first game, but props to Denver. Props to Denver. So see you in the next Blazer fan reaction on Wednesday.